The Dead by Daylight servers are currently having trouble, and also we have Hens in the background for some reason. I was watching YouTube, and then I started streaming, forgot to turn the TV off, so he's gonna be back there. Anyway, it's time for another episode of everyone's favorite series, Roast My DBD, where I attempt to help people get better at the game through bullying them relentlessly. And on today's episode, we have a regular returning. We've got Yvism. Yvism has 900 hours. They got sent to a big map. They think they were hasty with their power. They stopped proxying. Should read the comment I left for more context. Yeah, so this is our Deathslinger player. They have a really bad habit over the past two videos that they have submitted to us. They had a really bad habit of proxying, proxy camping one singular hook and then tunneling someone out, and then getting like really upset when they had to turn around and fucking panic, chase after people. They said read their comment. Let's take a look at their comment. Wasn't proxying the second hook. I was trying to get Eerie coin value. You'll see what I mean. So we're like I said, we're on Deathslinger. We're going to Disturbed Ward, which is a stupid fucking map. Disturbed Ward is one of the worst maps for killer in general. Not only is it fucking huge, but the main building has a lot of god palettes, and there's usually a really strong loop right next to Shack. So it's just so easy to just change shit. It's just a pain in the damn ass. In Crota's Pin Asylum realm in general needs a little bit of an overhaul. There's a chance that there's a god window that can spawn up top. So yeah, you're pretty much in like a bad position to begin with. Being on Deathslinger and being on this map, your best bets are probably going to be to find some sort of 3-gen available to you. Ignore the main building. If someone runs in the main, you just have to leave them alone, because you're gonna suffer if you go through main. Anyway, like I said before, let's take a look at the add-ons and the perks. We're running with Forced Hesitation, Deadlock, No Way Out, and Noed. With the Eerie coin and the oil can. Let me go refresh my memory on what oil can does. Reduces the cooldown time of the missed shots by 0.5 seconds. So I'm gonna be real with you. You are a very high prestige Deathslinger. You should have plenty of Warden's keys. And the brown one that also reduces reload time. Those are the ones you want to be running. The past few times we've watched you, you've had just these most random add-ons that don't really do anything for you as a character. So just put on the fucking reload add-on. Eerie coin is good. It requires you to take some pretty risky shots. You can actually tell when you get the Eerie coin proc because there will be a blood point score called Sharpshooter. That is when you've hit the, I believe it's 12 meters. As for your perks, the outlier here is Forced Hesitation. I don't know why you're running that. Deathslinger is not a slugging killer. Forced Hesitation is only useful on killers like Billy, Bubba, Oni, basically killers that go from person to person, even Myers. Forced Hesitation just doesn't do anything for you on Slinger. You're a chase-oriented killer, and your 1v1 is incredibly strong, so you do not need to be worrying about something like Forced Hesitation. I would personally replace this with something like Pain Resonance or, really any gen slowdown. Pain Resonance, Surge. Surge is one of your best perks. You could even do something like Starstruck if you really wanted to. Franklin's, you could do, what's the new Kaneki perk that does hinder whenever you damage people with M1? That one might not be too bad for you. I forget which one it is. It's the Hex perk. Yeah, basically, your Forced Hesitation is an outlier here. Forever Entwined, yeah. No, Forever Entwined's the one that you pick up faster. Hex, nothing but misery. Thank you, Sharky. So anyway, yeah. So your really Forced Hesitation is just your outlier here. We've seen before that you have an addiction to Noed, and that's usually because you are getting pretty fucked by gens. Usually you're stuck in this kind of rotation of waiting around, tunneling someone out, panicking because there's only one gen left, and then NOED has to carry you to victory basically every single time we watch you. So let's hope that you do not repeat this process. Finesse. Get fucked. There we go. Almost. That was a really good try, actually. I'm not mad at that attempt. Good shot. This is honestly where I might replace the forced hesitation with coup. Because coup is just a really strong perk. If nothing else, the mending stops her from doing anything for 10 seconds. Good M1. Good job. Look at that. I can already see massive improvements from what I used to have to deal with when watching your games. Like, already you've got a lot better sense. That was a bad shot. That was a really bad shot. I would not have taken that shot. It just kind of wasted your time for no reason. Because you weren't going to swing over pallet and you weren't making it around. You're spending see, now I got to take back my compliment. Because you're spending too much time on the first person you downed again. Like, this isn't doing anything for you. And now you're getting fucking dicked on. Holy shit. That Meg just fucking turned you into her bitch. Yeah, see, look, you're doing the tunneling thing again. Where you're so obsessed with the first person you down. Like, just this obsession with the first person you down is just insanity. Because you've already let 2 gens go in this time frame. You've already let 2 generators just fly off the hand. 3 generators have already popped. And you've only gotten 2 hooks. And you have deadlock. This is really bad for you. That prediction was way too far. So, the reason I kept telling you to stop tunneling is because you literally, first off, tunneling has to be done in a very specific way, in a very specific circumstance. You're just not good enough at the game to tunnel. Your chase, your micro sense is so bad. You have just this horrible inability to use Deathslinger's chase potential to its maximum, right? I need you to let go. I'm gonna tell you this, you're gonna lose more games doing it. I want you to start playing as if you're farming. I want you to start only hooking someone if they were not the most recent person you hooked, right? You're gonna lose a bunch of games, but it's going to teach you how to stop locking in on somebody and just becoming obsessed with that one fucking person. Because you are losing so much pressure by only applying it to one survivor. Tunneling is a very specific strategy that has to be used in very specific circumstances. Because otherwise, all you're doing is fucking yourself. Like, why are you running No Way Out if you're just going to tunnel every goddamn match you play? Every single time you send me a god fucking match, there is guaranteed to be one person that you become obsessed with. The moment they get unhooked, you go back to that hook. And then you spend 76 decades fucking just hanging out in one loop in a corner of a map where there's no gens, no nothing, so you can try to get this person down, and then they dick all over you, and you end up in the situation that you're in. You are legitimately too concerned with getting one person out of the game as soon as possible, when that is just not how you play this fucking game. Yeah, see this fucking shit right here? What are you doing? This is where you told me you were trying to go for Eerie Coin shots. You missed 3 shots back to back because you kept trying to do this fucking hokey pokey ass line dance with the Jane. And then she beat your ass because they're just better than you. These survivors are all better than you at this game. And now you're in the worst position for yourself. She's downstairs. Did you not see the scratch marks downstairs? What are we doing? Okay, now what? Let me guess. The gens are gonna start fucking flying. You're gonna get to the end game and NOED's gonna carry you to victory. Oh my god, you finally got it! Oh, never mind, it's gonna break now. And then you just leave her. Okay. This is another thing I notice is a trend with you. You tunnel in the beginning of the game until you get to the end game, and then you decide not to focus on a survivor. Where that is the part where you should be focusing on a survivor, by the way. This is legitimately the part where you should be like, this survivor needs to get out of the game so I can have a better time. Like, this is where you should be focusing survivors. And you do this every time. You don't spread pressure in the beginning of the game, and then you attempt to spread pressure when it's too fucking late. I've got newsflash for you. They can easily fuck you up right now. Also, the Jane's to your right. Okay, now you shoot her. 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 What the fuck were you waiting for? An engraved invitation? My man's sitting there like... Okay, I'll shoot now. What the fuck are you doing? You're a 110 killer. You just M1'd her. She's got 150% movement speed for 2 seconds. You have a gun. Use it. She's in the wide open in a fucking dead zone, and you just let her get this far for no reason. Oh my god. This is why you have the oil can on. I understand now. You have the oil can on because you have just no, you have no concept of when to use your weapon. And I also want you to notice, we are 7.5 minutes into this game, and not one time has forced hesitation did jack-a-diddly dog shit for you. Not one time in 7.5 minutes has forced hesitation come into play. You have a dead perk slot for no goddamn reason. Like, every time you down someone, you insta-pick. What do you have forced hesitation on for? Do you like the look of the singularity hovering over survivors? Is it giving you flashbacks to when you paid the dominatrix to peg you? Is that what it is? You're fondly reminiscing about when you've been fucked in your ass? Because you don't need the perk. You get fucked in the ass every time you play because you suck. And now your no-ed's up. They're gonna proc a piss poor no way out because you've only gotten 3 hooks. Instead of your full minute of time, they're just getting, and you're leaving this hook to go away from the other gate. See, you figured it out. You're like, ah, there's 2 gates. What the fuck was that shot for? You're at a fucking Z-wall. Did that require your gun? So you're telling me, what you're telling me is that when a fucking Jane is in the goddamn wide open with her big fat ass cheeks as a target, you don't take the shot. But when you're at the easiest loop to outplay in the fucking game, you take the shot. I don't understand how this fucking Meg is like not gone. Like, this Meg, that Meg should have fucking, like, been in Narnia. Oh boy, I wonder if we're gonna go for a super long shot and miss it. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Every game you fucking get carried by this goddamn fucking perk, dude. If you weren't 117% right now, you would just, they would have gotten the 3 out. Every fucking game. This is why no-ed never leaves your build. You cannot win a match without no-ed. This is why no-ed never leaves his build. Because he can't win a match without it. They don't have genetic limits, they have forced hesitation. If they had genetic limits, then I might actually be worth a shit. Genetic limits would actually do something. What's honestly crazy to me, it's something that I realized, this is your 3rd submission. Something I've realized is that the reason you keep doing the same things over and over again is because you keep seeing 3 to 4Ks from them, right? You keep getting carried by no-ed, and so you keep seeing these matches result in 3 to 4Ks. And so in your mind, you're like, oh, well, if it works, I mean, why wouldn't I, if it works, it works, you know, like, why, I mean, if it works, it works, you know what I mean? I mean, if it works. And that's why you keep ending up submitting to me, and I keep having to tell you the same shit over and over again. Because in your brain, I used to see this all the time when I coached Overwatch, right? People would do... When I coached Overwatch, people would do like these really like shit plays. They would do like these really ass plays, and then they would get a kill or their team would cap the point. And they would be, and when I would tell them that their plays are bad, they would be like, oh, but it worked out in the end. And that's like, that's not how you get better at the fucking game, right? And that's your problem. Here's what I want you to do, right? I'm not even gonna bother I'm not even going to bother pulling up the homework screen with the pen and everything. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to, one, from now on, until I say otherwise, you're going to stop hooking people back to back. Unless every gen has been popped. Then you are allowed to tunnel someone out. Until then, I want you to focus on spreading pressure among the other survivors. Number two, I want you to take No Ed and No Way Out off. I don't care if you replace it with Quad Slowdown. I want you to take those two perks off. Because right now, those two perks carry you every goddamn game. Okay? And number three, there is no number three. That's the two things I want you to do. Because those two things are going to teach you macro and micro sense. Because you're going to have to start chasing survivors. And as you're chasing different survivors, you're going to start learning how they each play. And it's going to force you to actually spend time in other parts of the map besides just one survivor that you're going after, right? Those are the two things I want you to do. Because right now, your biggest problem, like you did a lot of, when you talked about the proxy camping in your description in your comment, that wasn't my only issue. My issue has always been how much you tunnel people. And that's always been your biggest issue, is you try to tunnel too goddamn much, and it fucks you. But that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me for another Roast My DBD. If you want to be a part of this, all you got to do is either be a tier 2 or higher channel member, or a Twitch sub, chat's over here, or a Twitch sub, and then you head over to the Discord, be at least 18 years of age or older, of course, because you have to be part of my community, and then you can make your own submissions, and I will also bully you while trying to help you get better. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. As always, a great big special thank you to my channel members. Listen on screen now. You want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.